Today we are going to talk about lesson flow guidelines which may help you with your demo lesson and on your actual class. There are actually 7 easy lesson flow guidelines that you can follow, and these are greetings, self-introduction, confirming lesson request, warm-up, body, remarks, and closing. Now let's talk about greetings and introduction first. You can start the conversation with your student by saying something like, "Hi, my name is blank and I will be your teacher for today or tonight." And from greetings you can start your introduction by saying something like, "Before we start, I would like to tell something about myself first. Is it okay with you?" Or you can also say, "I would like to introduce myself before we start. Is it okay?" Now you always have to remember that whenever you introduce yourself, you always have to mention your nickname, location, course or major you took when you were in college, previous working experience, how you spend your free time or hobbies. Now you don't need to tell your students that teaching English is your part-time job unless they ask. After your introduction, make sure to ask them to introduce themselves and thank them with their wonderful introduction. Confirm lesson material. Once the student booked your lesson, you will receive some information about the student, which includes their curriculum or preferred lesson material, English level skills, and how they prefer their lesson to be. Most of the time they accidentally selected the wrong lesson material, so you will still have to verify if the one that you got on your end is correct. If that happens, you may say something like, "Upon checking on your lesson request, I found out that you want to discuss grammar lesson material for today. Would you like to continue with this lesson material, or would you like to select another one?" Or sometimes they just forgot to put anything, and if that happens, you may ask, "Upon checking on your lesson request, you do not have a preferred lesson material yet. Would you like to select a lesson material, or would you like to have a free conversation for today?" After confirming, you can start with warm-ups and creating a small talk. Ask the student regarding their introduction. Ask the student regarding the topic or lesson material. If the student mentioned that they like traveling, you can ask them countries that they visited. If the topic is all about junk food, you can ask them about their favorite snack and how often do they eat them. After that, you can now proceed with the lesson material. During the discussion, you always have to make sure that you let the student read, repeat after you, make minimal corrections, and make sure that you teach a new vocabulary word. Apply 70-30 student-teacher talk time ratio, which means making the student talk most of the time. Remarks and closing. After the lesson, make sure that you apply sandwich method for your remarks. Good points, areas of improvements, and suggestions. You can say something like, "I like the way you participated in my class by expressing your ideas about the topic. However, you need to focus on your pronunciation and widen up your vocabulary. So I suggest that you watch English movies and read a lot of English materials to improve." Then ask the student if there is any question and thank them for booking your class. You can say something like, "Thank you for booking my lesson for today and I really enjoyed this discussion. I hope that I'll be able to see you again on your next lesson. Have a wonderful day." Now that's our lesson flow guide which you may use on your next lesson or your actual class. Good luck!